What's up guys, this is AG and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it's gonna be the viewers request video. You guys make a request and I'll try to make a build and test it. So let's start. I got a request coming from George Brawijaya. So sorry if I did not pronounce your name right. So according to George, hi, any chance you could provide Rampage switch axe with a maximum damage build? Okay. And another request from, sorry kids, I had to cover his name. I will just call him Sea Lord. So according to Sea Lord, I am also waiting for the max DPS Rampage switch axe build. Challenge accepted. So that's what I have for today, a Rampage switch axe build. And the only set that offers maximum DPS right now is the full Valstrax armor. So we're gonna start with that. Okay, so let's start with our first test using the Rampage switch axe. Check out the equipment. So for the first test, I'm gonna use this Rampage Slicer S using the Rampage skills, Sharpness type 4, non-elemental boost, and affinity surge. It will give me 192 attack, white sharpness, and 20% affinity. For the skills right here, as you can see, I went max with crit boost and max on master's touch. For the decorations right here, mastery and steadfast, crit boost and steadfast boost again, mastery, crit boost, and brace. And for the talisman, I got +2 to rapid morph with level 3 slot and a level 2 slot, slotted in another mastery and rapid morph. So let's check out the demo on the test dummy right here. I have taken all the attack buffs before doing this demo, and right here you will see the damage when you're fully buffed. This is the damage when it's on sword mode. Alright, pretty good. And this one is just spamming the switch, weapon switch, so showcasing the rapid morph right here. And this one doing the discharge, 109 on 3 hits, then succeeding will be 85 on every file. And this is the damage you do on the axe mode. And now I'll show you the damage when your sharpness drops to blue. The damage right here significantly drops. So from 109 you get 99, and from 85 you get 77 and 55, which is pretty low. So this one right here, just testing it out on actual combat with the Zinogre. So you're doing like 54 on the hits and 383 on the discharge right there. When using this Rampage switch axe on a full Valstrax armor, always bring an attack palico that has a rouser ability, because you need the affinity boost just to help you gain more affinity, and of course for your master's touch to trigger more often. For this set to be effective, you have to like maintain the white sharpness every time. That's the only way to boost your damage in addition to the critical hits you get. And right here I just did like a total time of 6 minutes and 24 seconds, which is only a second better compared to when I used the Grand Chaos. So with my second test, I used a different Rampage skill. I used Sharpness type 1 instead of Sharpness type 4 earlier. So which landed me a 210 attack and a little bit of white sharpness. Same with 20% to affinity. So this one is a really hassle to manage, especially the white sharpness is really short. So for the skills right here, instead of Master's Touch level 3, I changed to Protective Polish because this is more easier to manage than the Master's Touch. So for the decorations, I used Razor Sharp and Steadfast, Handicraft, Steadfast, Crit Boost, Razor Sharp, Handicraft and Flinch Free, and another Razor Sharp and Rapid Morph. So right now, I only have 1 point to crit boost instead of the level 3 earlier, but I needed 2 points to handicraft, which is the reason why I had to decrease the crit boost. So let's check out the demo on the training dummy. After taking all the attack buffs, my damage rose up to 308. So the sword damage right here is slightly better compared to the one earlier, but I mean, it's not really noticeable. Again, it's pretty much the same problem as the set earlier, but this one is a bit harder to maintain because the white sharpness on this sharpness type 1 is really short, especially I only have 2 points to handicraft. Surprise, surprise, it's identical damage when you're mounted and doing the discharge. With the exception on the last hit, which the first set gave me a 391. With this last demo, this is the Narga switch axe. So let's see the difference, how it does on a full Valstrax set. Not bad for the sword damage right here. Of course, the sword damage for the Narga weapon is a lot lower compared to the Rampage, but then again, you have to take into account that this has a poison element. You're gonna deal poison damage over time, which is also adding up to your total DPS. So this one right here is the axe mode damage. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's decent and it does crits better than the Rampage one. But the downside with this is once the Narga loses white sharpness, then yeah, the damage reduction is very significant. As you can see right here, it's now blue sharpness, and wait till you see it mount. The damage drops like 86 on the first hit, and the succeeding will be like 67 and 48. Okay, so this is just my personal opinion on the Rampage switch axe. If you really want to use the Rampage Slicer S, go with Sharpness Type 4 because it has a longer white sharpness. It is a little bit better to maintain compared to the Sharpness Type 1, and you really need an attack palico to boost your affinity. The downside to this is that you are only relying on raw damage without any element to back it up, which defeats the purpose of having an elemental discharge when using a switch axe. Think about it, a Narga switch axe has poison. It may offer less weapon damage, but the poison damage makes up for it and it adds to your DPS. Another example is the Grand Chaos, which has exhaust files and blunt damage. You have a chance to knock out the monster and a chance to exhaust it. That will create more downtime on the monster, allowing you more hits and consistent damage. And another downside is that the Rampage switch axe uses a power file. So it really takes a long time to charge up or power up the blade. There's a lot of inconvenience for just a little increase in damage, but that's what I think. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I hope you liked the video, so please give it a like if you do, and if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe and the bell icon below. I got more mixed armor builds coming soon. Thanks for watching, and let's get back to grinding.
罠を展開しました。